Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the New Orleans Saints. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. From the side as he's knocked down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
Back to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right near midfield. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On play action, Wentz. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, it's Coleman. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, here's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to let this thing go deep for and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Wentz. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Stephon Anthony coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Coleman. A spin. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds an opening past the 40. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Wentz to throw on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he finds LaFell complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. From the gun, it's Wentz. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Again, it's Cook. Oh, a nice spin. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Let's go. Flex round.
1st down. Here's the run with Cook. He'll have another 1st down and more. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ohio. Let's go. Ohio. Flex round.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston, and the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. The drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Stephon Anthony coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 10. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Handoff comes to Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. On the left side, this is Stills. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. This one complete to Coleman. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down following the run. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Saints on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A give. This is Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And Lutz puts this one through. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. A win would be their first of the young season. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. So a big-time run there. A field goal wins it, and that puts them in good position.
Not only in good position, but your field goal kicker's over there warming up right now. You're thinking, let's get this guy out here pretty soon and finish this thing off.
They will run again with Coleman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Coleman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. They find some open field here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, it's Pumphrey. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This is Coleman, and a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a third and goal here. It's Coleman here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Coleman on the toss. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter of MetLife Stadium. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing...